The definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day and then expecting a different result. If that's the case, Americans are insane! You can't say that, Jaspreet. Someone will get offended. What's up, everybody? I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. The system tells you that if you want to become wealthy and successful, here's what you need to do. You need to go to school, get a degree, get a job, and then invest a little bit of money into your 401k, and that's it. It's simple! And then year after year after year, people keep going through the exact same cycle just to realize that the system doesn't work as promised, and then the next year, the next batch of people blindly walk off the cliff. Now, before I take off my blindfold, hit that thumbs up button because it's kind of like a virtual high five. And now that I can see you again, make sure you subscribe too. That way you don't miss any new videos every single week. Wages have been going up by around 3.2% a year, which sounds great because it looks like the amount of money you're making is growing and keeping up with inflation. But the cost of getting educated, your college tuition, has been going up by around 8% a year. That means the cost of getting educated to be certified to get this wage is growing by 2.5 times faster than the amount of money you're making from your job, which might explain why 2,700 graduates default on their student loans each and every day. And when I say the word default, I'm not talking about, oh, sorry, I missed my payment this month, I'll get it to you next month. A default is, I haven't made a payment in a year, and now somebody's coming after me to get my back payments. Give me my money. At the current rate, 40% of borrowers will be in default by 2023. Just a few years away. And the craziness doesn't end here. Do you know why your credit card interest rate is so much higher than your mortgage interest rate? It's because greedy banks want my money. Well, it's because your bank knows that you are more likely to miss a credit card payment or default on your credit card than you are on your mortgage. So your bank needs to make up for the higher risk by charging you higher interest on your credit card. So now let me ask you this. Why is it that your federal student loan to get an undergraduate degree will cost you around 4.5% a year? But if you want to get a graduate school degree, that same student loan from the government will cost you 6 to 7% a year. Is it because the government thinks that your master's degree isn't really worth the cost and they're pricing that into your loan? Or let's take a look at this. If you took out a federal student loan during the 2016 to 2017 school year, you would be paying an interest rate of 3.76 to 6.31% a year in interest. And then during the 2019 to 2020 school year, the federal student loan interest rates went up to 4.53% on the low end to 7.08% a year on the high end. At first glance, you might say, oh, well, that's because interest rates went up and things got more expensive, so it makes more sense. But let's also take a look at this. In 2016, the same year as this 3.76 to 6.31% interest rate on your federal student loans, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage during this time was 3.65%. But it gets even better because in 2019, the average fixed rate 30-year mortgage is expected to be below 3.60% a year, which is cheaper than 2016. It's cheaper than what you would pay for a student loan in 2016 to 2017, and it's much cheaper than what you would have paid for a student loan between 2019 and 2020. It is much cheaper and easier for you to get a mortgage than it is for you to get educated. Everyone says you need to go to school and get an expensive degree to become successful, even though a lot of companies are getting rid of their requirement. But then the government comes in and they even say that we will guarantee you can get a student loan. This way you have the every opportunity to succeed. And that makes it feel all warm and cozy because the system is hugging you. But in reality, they're hugging you with a knife behind their back. Schools hear that the government is going to guarantee student loans, so their mouths start salivating, and then they start hiking up tuitions faster than you can count to $50,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. And then the government knows that at least half of borrowers are going to get a worthless degree, so they have to keep hiking up the cost of student loans to make up for this risk and cost. Instead of actually teaching you how to not waste your money and how to be financially smart, because that's just too logical. And while the cost of your student loans keep going up, the cost of the education underlying the student loans is skyrocketing, and then the cost of living is going up, and the standard of living is going up because now everybody needs an iPhone with 7 cameras on it. Okay, deep breath. Now you finished school and you got a good job and you're investing a little bit of money in your 401k and you pay your home expenses and you pay off your phone with 7 cameras, and at the end of every month you don't really have any money left over. So you don't even have a chance to think about what else you could be doing. At this point, you become a robot in the system where you're just waking up every morning, going to work, doing the same old thing, and you keep thinking, maybe if I work just a little bit harder, I'll be able to outrun this rat race and get out of the system. But every time you do that, you end up in a bigger hole because you heard your friend John got the new iPhone with 11 cameras, so you want to get that, or you just got a new bonus and you want to show that off with a brand new car. It's okay. At least you were guaranteed a pension, and you've been paying all this money into Social Security your whole life, so at least you'll be able to live your golden years of retirement in peace and financial stability. Except pension funds are running dry and they're going bankrupt, and Social Security is taking in less money they're paying out, and in business terms, we call that screwed. You're told to trust the system, trust the process, don't ask questions, just keep working in the system, doing the same thing day in and day out. And if you wait too long to wake up, you realized you've been screwed by the same system you've been told to trust. Look, I know this is gonna hurt, but it is very profitable to keep you financially ignorant. I mean, the government loves it. They get the highest taxes and they keep you relying on them for hope. Universities love it, banks love it, even Wall Street loves it. That's why I need you, minority mindset family, to get financially educated. Not everyone is meant to be an entrepreneur. It is hard work, it comes with a lot of risk, and not everyone is gonna wanna do that. But that doesn't mean you have to settle. Learn about investing, learn how to create a financial system. This way you're not blowing all your money on things you shouldn't be. Learn how to create a budget. Learn to use the internet to earn and learn about taxes. This way you can stop getting abused by the system and you can start using it. And if you're wondering where to start, we have a ton of videos on the Minority Mindset YouTube channel, and we even have a free ebook on money management and investing that you can read for free when you sign up for my emails, and you can do that by clicking the link up here or by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, share it with one friend. And if you don't want to miss any new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then subscribe to the Minority Mindset YouTube channel below and hit the little notification bell. That way you actually find out when our new videos are released. And as always, keep hustling.